I'm sitting here enjoying the last of my Looper Vape here in North Texas. Welcome to the show, everybody. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, be notified of all new uploads. If you subscribe, I will talk about marijuana politics on a weekly basis. Okay? No, I will. I've never done that before. I need you to listen and subscribe, and we'll talk about marijuana politics. All right. I have talking points because I'm a smart guy that a lot of people necessarily don't have. And we need to pull out these talking points because it is our weapon, folks. And if you want me to show up at your rally in Austin with my megaphone, I am there. I will come to Austin with my megaphone, and I will also megaphone Alex Jones. But that's another subject. I'm the good Alex. So this is what this comes down to, folks. It's about preventing domestic violence. It's about preventing homicide. It's about preventing suicide. No, I didn't say that I'm any of those things, but I am saying, and I believe it, that a lot of people in the society, if they don't have access to those things, they might straight kill somebody. Or they might do something really dumb, like take medical, prescriptions, for example, for depression, or listen to some doctor in Texas who's anti-marijuana, say, take this, take that, take risperidone. Yeah, you need an antipsychotic. Folks, that's what they did to me. And I'll tell you right away, I'm against the hate of the Muslims, but I was pretty upset when I got a Muslim doctor from Pakistan who straight up seemed to want to kill me. So I just want to tell you guys that the brainwashing they did against marijuana is global. They even did it to the people in Pakistan. That's fucked up because their people and Afghans, they naturally would smoke that stuff before corruption stepped in and banned it. Their Quran never banned that stuff. So I believe that it is medicine. And many people say it's medicine according to the Bible and other faiths. So there's a point that I'm making here. All around the world, there's like this corruption, Taliban included, where marijuana is banned. But why is this being done? It's an attack on our spirit. Whether they know what they're doing or not, but on some level, these control freaks that are evil, they know what they're doing, and they know that they're hurting us. Okay? And I'm concerned. I'm going to say it right now. I'm concerned about hate crimes. I'm concerned about violence. I'm concerned about road rage. I'm concerned about a lot of things taking place. Now, I'm going to say right now, because my brain's working so well, 90 days no fat, 90 days no alcohol, 90 days no coffee, and a whole lot of Looper Vape, and a whole lot of Bites gummies. And I'm feeling a whole lot better. They want thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, what is it, $5,000, right? Something like that, something ridiculous to stay in business. While they will no longer be able to sell 30%. Some cases it's 50%. Some cases it's higher than that. How some businesses are going to stay afloat, I don't know. So this is bigger than just a lie about, this thcA, which is weak, which is not real. So many points I have to make here. So many points I have to correct. It does not hit like real marijuana. It is not stronger than real marijuana. And Dan Patrick and others, they put out and it was extreme what they did last year. And they were promoting alcohol and pills over it. Folks, they weren't even hiding it. And Dan Patrick's like, oh yeah, my buddy, he prescribes opiates. We live by each other out in Timbuk nowhere, redneck racist Texas. And we're all high-fiving each other about this, conspiring, drinking beers, going, yeah, we're going to do this shit. What? Sounds like a conspiracy theory. Sounds like a fucking agenda. Oh yeah, we're just fucking kicking back, drinking alcohol, going, yeah, we're going to fuck over these Texans. We're going to take away their pot. Yeah, they shouldn't be able to self-medicate. No, only we can tell them when the pain can go away. Only we are the masters. We are the deciders. And so I made videos then, and I said, as they lie to you about this, notice how they lie to you about people that don't look like you. So I'm actually not happy with veterans that have treated people like me and others like crap because we're not veterans and we're against the war. So veterans that took part in removing freedom from others are now seeing freedom being removed from their own hands. Okay? You know the truth about 9/11? Let's move on now. Okay? Because the reality is karma is real, and I'm a spiritual person who's psychic, so I can see disasters that are coming, so you should subscribe to me if you don't want China to invade. Because there's many horrible things, folks, that are taking place right now, and this losing of our rights regarding this is a bad, bad sign. Okay, you need to have a heart if you're politically this way or that way, and we're going to go there, and you're going to listen to me, because we're in a time of war. That's why. We're in a time of war. That's why. And if people don't have something to relax, if I don't have something to relax, folks, I'm going to megaphone you. You understand me? I'm going to megaphone you. And if you don't want me to megaphone you, then I need some marijuana. You understand where this goes, folks? And I'm spiritual. I'll be activist with my fury. Others, they'll straight knock a bitch out. Okay, let's move on. I'm in the North Texas area. What's that? It's a place called hell, a place I'm not from, because I'm from Portland. That's why I can talk like this, why I have intelligence. And I lived off the grid for 5 years in Colorado on my own land. So haters on YouTube came after me. So here I am living in this shithole. I know that so many problems that Texans have has to do with marijuana not being legal, and I know that Texans aren't actually decent people because they've never tried to get me marijuana when they themselves have it. Right? So these are not innocent victims, Texans. These are not good folks. This is the worst place I've ever lived. I'm not your fucking fan. The hate and the racism of this fucking society drove me out, folks, of my city of Portland. Okay? You think I'm happy to be here? You think I'm happy to be here without a bowl to smoke? No, I'm angry at you, and I'm angry at your state. And I'm angry that your governor is trying to get people to kill Muslims. Are we clear on that? Go ahead and show me a dislike. Show me those titties. What I want you to do is fucking email me. Because the solution is I want to get the fuck out of the state, and I'm a businessman. I'm a genius. But I have certain handicaps, okay, regarding my PTSD. Regarding my face being fucking ugly to the people of this world that are involved in a race war against the people over there. If you just want to have me come out and say it. And it hurts, folks. It hurts to feel hated because I'm only half white. And I'm handicapped, folks, in your society to improving my life financially. So I had to come to this shithole and live with this woman and live in this area that's anti-pot. Nobody smokes pot here, folks, in this region that I'm in. I'm not in downtown Dallas. Somewhere else, but you can't walk around downtown Dallas and get pot. And so this illegality of marijuana has contributed to the fentanyl crisis. It contributes to domestic violence. That doesn't mean that I am giving an excuse to people that beat up women, but I'm saying that it's much more complex than that. That would then involve a conversation about solar flares, another thing that I'm a specialist at. Wrote a couple books about solar flares. When the solar flares are popping, there are wars. And the emotions are stirring. People need to chill out. Take a chill pill. They need to smoke a joint. So I'm telling you, this is the worst time in the solar cycle for them to ban this. Pay close attention to the crime statistics. So if there's any of you that needs any marketing help, any of you that needs any writing help, if there's any of you that needs any help packing your stuff and leaving the state, call your boy. Do you know what shadow banning is, by the way? You do. Good. Okay, so my face and my name are shadow banned. Okay? Are we on the same page? Good. My intelligence that's speaking to you now, the soul that's animating this combination of genetics, it's basically a genius. Together, we can do magic. I need a business partner. We need to prepare for what's coming. And I don't just mean with the THC laws. I'm talking about with America. We need to relocate in some cases to the right places in America to where we can grow it. And I want to get back to Colorado. Let's go ahead and segue. So back in September, for the first time in 5 or 6 years since I've been here, I drove to Trinidad and found out that the cartridges there are $8 each. And I like the 1-1 with the CBD, but it's down to $8 a cartridge on Main Street in Trinidad. All right? That means basically you can get like 8 of them for about $80 or less. And about one of them lasts me a week. And if you don't know already, Like if you've only lived in Texas and you've only smoked that THC stuff, don't listen to those people if they're lying to you at the vape shops. It's not at all the same thing. They only told you that because they were trying to get your money. And so many of these vape shop people took me for a ride for years. That's the only real thing that I have against them, is that they lie. And they tell you that you can just light it up and burn it, and it reaches a certain amount of degrees, and they talk to you like you're fucking stupid. They're gaslighters. And the most horrible thing about it, we're such a horrible police state society, nobody trusts anybody anymore. Nobody says, hey bro, I see you're suffering, I see you're crying, I hear your story. Things I've told them that I'm not telling you. I will get you some pot, bro, because I see that you're in crisis. They won't do that here in Texas. They'll let you end up in crisis, and once you're in crisis, they'll take you into the mental hospital, and they'll pump you full of drugs. And they've done that to me because I drank. And I drank, and I was thrown in the mental hospital because I didn't have marijuana. This is life-threatening, especially to those of us with extreme PTSD from race-based trauma stress, from these endless wars. And I'm so tired of people only talking about the veterans, but not the lives that the veterans have destroyed. How about the people that are traumatized about the people that came back from the wars, killing before and killing again? Because that rhetoric is all over the internet. I'm sick and tired of people only talking about the veterans. What about those the veterans fucking killed? Where are the women? Where is the love? Where are the women? Where are the women? Because I, right now, don't see any good people anymore, which is the theme of this channel. I don't see people that are against the wars anymore. I see white people that get together at the No Kings protest to go, look, we're not with him. We're not with him. No, motherfuckers, for years you were with the system. You were with the system that invaded Afghanistan. You were with the system that believed that 9/11 was not an inside job when it was. So that's what the veterans need to wake up and understand. Like, just because you refuse to wake up to what happened in the last 20 or 30 years doesn't mean that we shouldn't wake up. You need to realize what the system is that paid your paychecks. And if they staged 9/11 and people died and your bros died, like, that is an evil, that is a sickness that's in the air. So these then are not hometown heroes. Okay? Until you actually address the horrors of war and what's coming, because that's what's coming, the end of America. That's our next podcast. China and Russia invading America. It's what I've been worrying about for 20 years. I'm a psychic, I'm an intuitive, and it's happening. We've got to get out of the danger zone. And right here in Texas, they are masterminding shit. You know that, right? You know about the tunnel that they want to have set from Dallas to somewhere else? Elon Musk, and then Trump, with his interests here, the plans for the GOP, and then the CPAC event. They talk about deporting 100 million people. There are not that many foreigners. There are not that many Muslims in America. 100 million Muslims, that's psychosis. We are in danger, folks. Good veterans that gave their lives to defend America, in their mind, trying to fight the terrorists, not Americans, right? People gave their life for this country. And there's a lot more veterans out there that should be angry, not just about this, but other things. So they should use this, like Rambo, in a peaceful way, to wake the fuck up. Because I tell you what, sometimes that marijuana, sometimes this stuff that I'm holding in my hand, it can be a crux. And when I stop smoking this, my abilities, my strength, my power, my intelligence, it goes through the roof. So I recommend that you, sir, take a lesson from the page of Rocky or Rambo. You know, have that transformation of consciousness and begin to address the things, because the only way that you're going to be able to cure the PTSD from the people that you killed is being friends with somebody like me. The marijuana will never help you. The marijuana will never help you. You have to be able to look a man in the eyes that looks like the people that you shot in the head and go, bro, we're going to change this shit. And I can almost guarantee it, none of you will email me. How many likes will we see on this video? How many dislikes? Because in the reality, you need to understand what the speech was about. A guy that's been trying to help you for years on so many fucking levels, including your right to live off the grid, has been treated like a fucking foreigner. And when you people act like that, in the end, you lose your own freedoms. And that's what this is. This is vindication. This is validation. You lose your freedoms as a society when you take away the freedoms of others.